Hey everybody, Chris here. Welcome. It is a Wednesday. That's right, Wednesday afternoon. That means Chris is live. We'll talk about Dogecoin. We'll touch on Jasmi a little bit. I made a Jasmi video this morning that kind of covered everything that's been going on. Been some profit taking happening with Jasmi, but I always have a couple other little nuggets to share and other things going on in the crypto world, particularly though around Dogecoin and not only what's happening in the chart right now, because it's following my line exactly as predicted, but the bigger picture. Again, we always like to zoom out, look at the bigger picture. We're going to do that as well. How's everybody doing? I'm going to drop down here in the corner right away and say hello to Mars, Niels, Denise, Ryan. Yes, 4:30. It's the summertime now. I got less demands on my schedule in the afternoons now with the summertime here. So looks like we're going to be 4:30 probably just about every day. But hey, gives me more time to talk to you guys before we hit the news at 5 o'clock. Because you guys always have things on your mind too that you want to talk about. So we can do that as well. So, and Ron says, of course, hit the like, everybody, like button, definitely. And if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you doing? We're having fun here. This is the place to be on YouTube. To have fun, talk crypto, and good Dogecoin nuggets, of course. Joel, I heard about China. I don't know about a particular platform or exchange or anything that's going to do that. But that would be good for crypto. I would think there's more people being able to buy, especially that Chinese money, because they can't take their money out of the country. So it'll be interesting to see how they do that, because the whole idea with the CCP is to keep all the money in the country. And so the people who make a lot of money just end up buying a lot of condos, throw it in real estate because they have nothing else to spend all their big money on. And they can't take cash out because nobody can use that cash anywhere else. But if they have self-custodied crypto, they'd be able to move it. They would be able to move it then. So, not quite sure how that's going to work. It's probably not going to be self-custody, would be my guess. If they do something like that, it'll be a closed system. But we'll see. I don't have any of the details on that. Hey, Joe, how are you? Doge and Jasmine to the moon, of course. Of course. Ryan is in the Jasmine crowd now. All right. Well, a little profit taking today. We've got a long ways to go. It's a long ways to go. Some people think I'm being way too conservative on my Jasmine price predictions, but you guys know me, right? I'm not the moon boy here. So try to keep it real. Howdy, Pietro. How are you? Gabrielle, is today the day? Is tomorrow the day? We'll see. A-Star from Brooklyn. Another day going sideways. Actually, we're up. It's a little more than sideways. This is up. Look at this. Up for Doge. We like that. I mean, from the low that we had here yesterday, down here at 1570 to now, that's like 4%. 4% is good. And this white line, again, this white line was the line I drew on June 1st, all the way through the month for my price prediction. And if you didn't see my Dogecoin June price prediction video after the stream, you got to go watch that. Got to go watch that. But that's this white line right here. And look at that. We stepped up right there, and we're ready to step up again to 16.5 cents, following my white line. We'll see if that plays out. We'll see if that plays out. You guys always like my price predictions, so. So we're having fun with that. Bitcoin is at 71.2. Yes, it is over 71,000, and it is following my white line right there on Bitcoin. Yes, I have a white line on Bitcoin too, and it goes up. Everything goes up right now because we're in a bull market, guys. Those waiting to buy dips, I don't know what to tell you. So on Bitstamp, there was this wick came all the way down to 69.6 right there. So somebody had a limit order set to buy at 69.6, and somebody did a market order sell during a low, probably a really low volume time, and it just went all the way down and picked that up. Somebody got 69,600 Bitcoin and came right back up. That's what happens with a low liquidity platform, which Bitstamp can be at times. But that's just the chart that I had on TradingView that I follow Bitcoin on for years. I've used the same chart. And I can't change it now because TradingView won't let me, because they've limited the number of cryptos you can have on your watch list. If I deleted this Bitcoin to add a different one in, they wouldn't let me add it. So here we have it. So be it. You don't need to hear my troubles about TradingView, though. Just because I won't pay them like $20 a month or whatever it is for TradingView Pro, and they want me to be an affiliate for TradingView and sell TradingView subscriptions, and I just like, the free one is fine. That's all you need. All you need. Jasmine's climbing back up a little bit. Nice. Yeah, it looks like we bottomed out right there at 373. So those looking to buy Jasmine dips, that might have been it right there. 373. That's 3.73 cents. Which, not bad. Particularly if you believe Jasmi is going where we think it's going to go. Demetrios, how are you? Bitcoin would be, if Doge hits $1, what is the price of Bitcoin? If Doge goes to $1, it's because there's some catalyst, right? That's going to send Doge up. Bitcoin would not go up the same percentage as Doge. So let's say Doge, it's over a 5x for Doge. Bitcoin would not go 5x. We wouldn't see $350,000 Bitcoin. So, but when Dogecoin moves like that, it does bring up the rest of the crypto market and it follows. So maybe half of that gain, so maybe 2.5 times for Bitcoin. So I would say maybe the 175, $200,000 for a Bitcoin, somewhere in there. The Doge BTC trading pair. So PS, the Doge BTC trading pair, we do watch that. And I do have a target, a short-term target on the Doge BTC trading pair, because it's kind of barcoding pretty much sideways. Doge BTC locked in step. You see that this is what we call barcoding on a chart when there's little to no movement happening. Call it barcoding. But let's go out to the daily and we'll see this line right here at 30. 0.0000030 right there. That's my short-term target is 30. And then the longer-term target obviously is up here at 50. So, and again, that's going to be Dogecoin making a run on its own outside of what Bitcoin is doing. Doge can get up to 30 here without a big catalyst, but it's not going to go up much higher in the Doge BTC trading pair. So we just wait. We just wait on that. And Doge, I think, is just going to follow this white line here. Be up to 17 cents maybe by next week. We'll see. Right now, looking good. Denise says, I was going to wait until next month to buy Jasmi, but shuffled my funds around and bought a baby bag today. Another welcome to the Jasmi family, Denise. I don't think you're going to be sorry, but it's not financial advice. But there's a lot of Jasmi holders, and the Jasmi holders are growing every day. More and more Jasmi holders as people are finding out what Jasmi is about. And big things ahead for Jasmi, even though Jasmi has already gone up a 10x over the past year, it can go up another 10x this year. So that's what we're watching. Canada's about to drop their rates. Gabrielle, I don't think it's going to happen next time again. I'm looking at September as well for the FOMC. At least one rate cut in the United States before the election. I think that's kind of what the deal is. But we'll see. We are in an election year here in the United States. So Bitcoin looks like it's bubbling. Any big news? It's more about the ETFs, ETF accumulation in Bitcoin. That's kind of running the news there. A lot of other projects are getting some hype behind it. But for Bitcoin itself, nothing particular happening right now. Again, this is the summer months, and typically we don't hear anything specifically about Bitcoin that's positive. Sometimes there's a negative thing that hits. But we don't want to talk about that. There's nothing right now. There's nothing right now. The mining is still looking good. Different countries. Are there going to be more countries that are adopting Bitcoin? Still more chatter about some other countries and what they're doing with Bitcoin, things like that. Yes, I watched the CoffeeZilla video about that platform, whatever that was called. I don't remember what the name of it was. But yeah, I watched it. That's pretty bad to put your money into that because like Andre Chick or Graham Stephan was promoting it and like tens of thousands of dollars. And it's stuck in there. And it's not anything to do with the platform itself, but it's the middlemen, it looks like. I don't know. It just, again, if something looks like it's too good to be true, it probably is. You really got to do your own research and not just follow what those guys say. That's all I can say. Their money is still there, and I hope they get it figured out so that they get their money back. They should. We'll see how that works out. Hi, Hussein, how are you? Last time Bitcoin was 72, Doge was around 20, right? And that typically happens, particularly when there's a dip in the market. Doge dips a little bit harder than Bitcoin. So in the recovery that we're seeing here, Doge is behind Bitcoin. Bitcoin almost back to 72, but Doge isn't back to 20 cents yet. That happens. Dogecoin needs its own bump to catch back up and exceed. And that's what we're waiting for. Hey Star, how are you? Since everyone and anyone can create their own coin. No, I'm not making my own. You don't know my history? Yeah. Been there, done that, not getting involved in that at all. Do you know there were almost 500,000 new coins made on Solana alone last month? 500,000 on Solana alone last month. It's like picking the one that's going to, pop into the top 100 is needle in the haystack stuff. You have no idea. You have no idea what's going to make it. So you can call Dogecoin BTC trade pairs. Yep. Greetings, Blue Horseshoe. I know, it's like 116 degrees in Las Vegas or something. Crazy. That heat usually doesn't come till July or so. Last time Bitcoin was, yeah, we covered that. If you missed Jasmy, jump in Spell. Yeah, Spell took a breather as well, right? Spell had a big run and then took a breather on Spell token. Let's look at the daily chart. Yeah, I had this big run up, and maybe a 4-hour chart is probably better to see it. Yeah, big run up and then took a breather back down. And now it looks like it's consolidating right here at about 1225 or so. So again, it's like two stair steps up here from this level to this level and now to that level. That's pretty strong. Will there be a little dip down? I mean, that's what you would look for, right? Maybe to enter would be some kind of dip or something like that. So for Spell, that would be about 1-1 or so from 1-2. If there's a dip, maybe something to watch for. $50 billion market cap for Jasmy this cycle. Well, that would be $1. And I don't think Jasmy's going to $1. And somebody's mad at me because they think my 33-cent prediction for the cycle is way too conservative. But again, I look at the market caps, I look at the trading, I look at the trends, and I give you my predictions. So how much longer can we expect to have to wait on the Doge lawsuit? I have no idea what's going on with that lawsuit, Zena. No idea. Have not heard any updates on it. The bank is like a lottery. The bank, I know. That's the Yotto Bank. Yeah, there was something weird about it, right? It was going to be like a lottery, and then they changed it into more like a casino or something. I mean, that's sus right there. It's like, why would you put your money into that? As soon as that happened, you should have pulled it out, I think, because that's very sus. CDM. you need financial advice, CDM. Doge, Jasmi. Yeah. I was really laughing more about how many tokens are created now. 500,000 alone last month. Just like craziness. Your entry is 16 cents. I mean, and you're asking me if you should sell. You haven't been watching me, obviously, and you don't know the history of Doge. I mean, why would you skim like a little bit of profit? I mean, you're in a profit, yes, if you're 1602 and Doge is now 1638, but that is that's a poor man's thinking there. If you really want to make money, you can skim a few dollars, or you can see if this thing really takes off to double, triple your money or more. Otherwise, you're just making a few bucks here and there. It's like, I mean, that's not why I'm into crypto. I'm in crypto to make serious money here. Doing okay so far this bull cycle, and then we'll follow it again in the fall. How much more when I think the real alt season hits and we're not making tens of dollars, 20s of dollars, or even hundreds of dollars. We're making thousands or millions. That's the kind of money we're talking about. And so having an entry at 1602 and then looking at the current price of 1637, that's skimming a little profit, and that's just need bigger thinking. That's what most of the people here are also thinking about as well. It's much bigger thinking. Not time to skim profits yet. NBA finals start Thursday night. Boston against Dallas. BNB hit an all-time high. Yes, hit over $700. Now it's 693. So taking a little breather, but yeah, crazy trading on BNB coin. I don't know why. Well, so you have a 16-cent entry and you're wondering whether you should sell, but yet you want to know if Doge can go to $2. So I guess that's the right thinking, right? Is, okay, can Doge go to $2? Well, my cover of this, the thumbnail for this live stream, what does that line go to? It's about $1, right? It's $1. Getting to $2 is going to be hard for Dogecoin. There's going to be so much selling pressure at $1. Could it do it? Sure. And I'll show you some charts in a little bit that will show you what that looks like and what some people are talking about. But just what you show on a chart as a projection and the actual trading, particularly the selling pressure that there will be when and if Dogecoin starts approaching $1, that's going to be huge. And there's no updates on X payments yet, Music Reel. And there has, and for the past few weeks, there hasn't even been an additional state that they have got their money transmitter license in yet. So that is still at 26 states. They got a ways to go. Elon's not good at his schedule projections. He's never hit anything right. So him saying that by middle of summer he would have X payments ready to go. I was like right from the start. I was like, okay, well, maybe end of the summer. I'll give them that. Maybe the fall. So we'll see. I didn't understand that, low roller, when Graham Stephan said that. Does that mean that he invested in the company it's not a publicly traded company, so it's a private company. So did they offer him like some percentage of the business, or I don't know. Graham wasn't clear about that. But then Graham's not clear about a lot of things. Luka's going to smack Tatum. Dogecoin for the win. Kriss told me Dallas wasn't going to make it here, but I knew. Yeah, I thought I was all on the Minnesota bandwagon. I thought this was Minnesota's year to get to the finals. But good for Dallas. They have a good team. It's going to be a good series, I think. Serious money. Diendo, Jasmi, sure. So Jasmi's recovering. We just hit a low right here earlier this afternoon at about 373. And now we're up back to 384. So this was just some profit taking here. That's all we had today, with some people taking profits. The news cycle kind of rotated through Jasmi from the weekend through Tuesday, and today was a slow news day for Jasmi, and price kind of trickled off a little bit. But there's a lot of people who see the opportunity of Jasmi and they are buying. And so there's a dip right there. Could it dip a little more? Possibly. Again, we don't know if like Bitcoin's going to do a big dip, take the market down with it or not. Right now, Bitcoin's just going sideways here. Dogecoin, meanwhile, is over 16 cents. So, so this meme, as Dogecoin was, like 16, 16, 16, 16, 16. It's like, well, we might have finally broken this. We might have finally broken the 16-cent resistance line. And we're safely above now. So we'll see if that's the case. Meanwhile, Top Doge, she wakes up this morning and she says, who else checked the price of Dogecoin first thing when they got up this morning? So is that what you guys do? When you get up in the morning, is the first thing you do check the Dogecoin price? Before you do anything else? Is that the first thing you do? Put a 1 in the chat if that's the first thing you do when you get up in the morning, is check the Dogecoin price. If not, what are you doing? What's more important than checking the Dogecoin price when you get up in the morning? There should be nothing else should be more important. Not a cup of orange juice, not a English muffin or a bagel. You gotta check the Doge price. You can do that while you're brewing coffee, Joshua, right? You're brewing the coffee. You can check the Dogecoin price. And so you'll essentially know what the Dogecoin price is before that coffee hits your throat. You can do that. A new Kriss video is a good answer, Rod. That is a good answer. That's it. That's acceptable. Dogecoin price, Kriss video. That is acceptable. Damien, come September, people are going to wish they bought way more at 16. Yeah, that's true. That is true. Hey, Dennis, how are you? Ryan's up $20 on his Jasmi already. All right, it's a good start. All right, let's zoom out. Zoom out, big picture. So This is the Dogecoin chart zoomed out. And we go back. This is looking 5 years. This is a 5-year chart here for Doge. Thank you to Juba. He says, made a cheat sheet for you guys. Let me know if this helps. Elon tells world Doge is an unstoppable financial vehicle, right? And he did that like 4 years ago, almost 5 since he did that. Elon bought a bag of Doge at about, well, the first bag was a little over 7 cents. And then I think based on the wallet that we think is Lil X's wallet, he averaged it back down to 6.9, 6.9 cents. Because there were these additions of these little bits that just brought the average right to 6.9. So Elon's bag, we think of Dogecoin, is 6.9 cents. So that's that line right there. Of course, Doge shot all the way up to 73 cents and then got shorted very heavily. And of course, we hit the bear market. So there's the bear, right? All the way back down. Actually dipped below 6.9. And now we're in the bull, coming back up. So there is the diagram right there. Will this continue all the way up and make a nice big bull? Will that happen? Will we get a big cup and handle? Or is this kind of the smaller cup here and we are now halfway through the handle right now? We'll see how that plays out. But that's the start of like the big Dogecoin diagram right there. Bear, bull. Okay? 4-year cycles. We're in the bull. We still have a year to go, technically, in the bull. Now that applies more for Bitcoin. Doge is going to run when Doge runs. And we don't know what's going to cause Doge to go on that big run up. We think we do, and we just don't know when. So, Kev Capital says the 2-month Bollinger Bands breakout indicator on Dogecoin is flashing a breakout, ready to occur any day for the first time since 2020. At the same time, we're about to see the first 2-month LMACD bullish cross since guess what? November of 2020. What happened in December of 2020? That's when Elon tweeted Doge, and there was a blip, got everyone started to be excited. But then January, things kind of settled down a bit until the end of January, and that's when Doge finally took off. So if we are in that same zone right now, we're in that same zone, we're about to get that MACD crossover. Could we see this big breakout? July? July. That's not too far from now. So we've got that. And we've got trader tardigrade. And bigger picture, again, 4-year cycles, right? 4-year cycles, 2016 into 2017. 2020 into 2021. And here we are in 2024 going into 2025. It just keeps going up. Doge is preset to move like this. Grab your Dogecoin, strong hodl. So, will Dogecoin's price discovery follow Bitcoin like it did historically? So that isn't completely correct. Dogecoin does tend to follow Bitcoin somewhat, although we've seen on dips, Dogecoin's dips are a little worse, right? We see that. Doge catches up every now and then, exceeds it a little bit every now and then, a little bit of pump, a little bit of news. But the big catalyst, the big move, far outpaces anything Bitcoin can do. And Doge has done that twice before. And we're waiting for the next one. That's what we're waiting for, is that big next one. So here are the past Bitcoin, Dogecoin comparisons. We start with the 2017 cycle. Bitcoin went on a run, Doge went on a double run, and that Doge double run exceeded Bitcoins in percentage. So we had that. And then we know what happened in 2021. From 16 December 2020, Bitcoin goes on a run. Dogecoins starts with this little bit of run, and that was that like Christmas tweet of Elon's, just touched over a penny and then settled back down to like 0075, 008. And then it went up a 10x, far outpaced what Bitcoin did, is what Doge did. And that was just the first mini move of a much bigger move that then happened in April. So we have that. And now what's happening? Well, so far, Bitcoin has done pretty well since the beginning of 2023. I mean, it's gone up like 4x. Doge has only gone up 2x in that time. So Doge is all coiled up and ready to go here. So that's why I'm like, ah. And that's why on the thumbnail, I drew this, because this is what we're waiting for. Get that just right there. This is what happened in 2021. This is what can happen coming up soon, is this big move. Targeting $1. I think, like I said earlier, I think it's going to be really hard for Dogecoin to get over $1 in this run. Could there be a secondary run? Sure, there could be. But the initial run, it's going to be a really hard time. There'll probably be more ups and downs than just this one, but this is representative that it's not just going to be a straight line up. There's going to be some ups and downs. The same thing happened here in 2021. You see the big green candle and then the big red candle back down and then the green back up. And this is on a weekly, time frame. So I would expect to see something like that happen as well. But to do that is going to take some catalyst, some big catalyst to happen. Without the catalyst, sure, Dogecoin could come up into this purple box between 20 and 28 cents, maybe come up to the blue line here, which is 35 cents. But to go on this big, huge run, that's the catalyst we're waiting for. Is it something on X, something with X payments? That's what many believe. So that's what we're waiting for, is that big move. And we're still way down here, way down here. Futzing with all these little price moves, but they're big when you see them. Up to 22 cents, down to 15 cents, back up to 16.36 where we are now. It's like you feel it, but in the big scale, that's nothing. So earlier, this guy saying, should I take profits? And his entry point was 16.02, and now it's 16.36. It's like, no, zoom out. See what the bigger picture is. Kaleo, he's looking at the Dogecoin Bitcoin trading pair, and he's saying, this is what's coming, guys. It's the big move for Doge outside of what Bitcoin is doing. The secret about Dogecoin is it moves sideways for extended periods, followed by rapid vertical growth. As bullish as I am on Bitcoin, I have an insanely high conviction Doge will outpace it. We're in a meme super cycle. The king of memes won't be left behind. This is what's waiting. So, great job, Pepe, with the dog to the moon, Brett, people, my ladies, like all of those, great. I have nothing against him. All of that is going to rotate into Doge when Doge starts moving. People are going to want to be on the Doge bandwagon when that happens. And I'll bet even Bullrun may consider buying some Dogecoin, buying back in when Doge starts moving. Because you don't want to miss out. When that news hits, like X payments, even Bullrun will probably buy back into Doge. Aspro says, the death of fiat and the birth of Dogecoin in one image. This is total debt outstanding in the United States. Look at this. The federal debt from 1800, the year 1800, till like the 1970s or 1980s. The debt started slowly climbing here in the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. And as soon as we hit 2000, we were like, because I remember Clinton was like, we need to do something about this debt. But then everything after that, and what does that mean? That's money printing. That is inflating the dollar away. Dogecoin. Dogecoin is the answer. A lot of people say Bitcoin. But again, Bitcoin's going to be the store of value. Bitcoin's going to be the gold, right? What is going to be the equivalent of the dollar, but something that doesn't go crazy like what's been happening to the dollar, and especially with this debt, especially when if Elon follows through on this whole digital currency thing, what he says Dogecoin is the best for transactions. Well, that's what you use a dollar for, is transactions, right? So you make it Doge. There you go. Do you think a dollar Doge is possible? Again, we look back at 2021, what happened? And we had this exponential, phase here. Then we had the downward, the bear consolidation. We have this expansion piece that we were on, just waiting for that next double leg up back to $1. And that's not even close percentage-wise to what we did in 2021. And this was like 170x, and now we're talking about 7 here. Big difference. But again, we've got a much bigger market cap. Dogecoin's a $20 billion coin now. So it takes a lot more effort to raise it up exponentially. So Dogecoin is up and SHIB is up. I saw a question in the chat from Niels. Yes, I do hold a bag of SHIB tokens because I also think that SHIB is going to go on its own run as well. It's hanging out. It went on a big run back in February, doubled in price, and since then it's just kind of been hanging out, similar to Doge. It's starting to wake up, though. We can see it in the price action. SHIB is starting to show a little bit. Let's go to the 2-hour chart here. And you see Doge is here from Sunday is up, and you'll see SHIB as well. From a big dip that we had here on Tuesday is up. So little uptick in volume. SHIB price coming up. SHIB is probably going to go on a big run. SHIB's up 5%. Bitcoin's only up 1. Doge is up 1.5. SHIB's up 5. So there's going to be a big, huge run. That's probably going to happen for SHIB as well. So we wait. We wait for that. Overall, on the crypto bubbles, Brett is still, there was a big sell-off and it's coming right back. Here's SHIB's. Doge just hanging out. And Jasmi's down just a little bit. There's the Jasmi bubble, just down a little bit. Getting some profit taking, but recovering back. Stacks. I know Bull Run's got a bag of stacks. Stacks doing well. I had sold my stacks for a profit and I've got it all into something else. And it's like, yeah, I could have bought some stacks in May, but instead I just bought more Dogecoin. So there you go. I put my money where my mouth is and I just bought more Dogecoin is what I did. And I showed you guys where I bought it, 15.3 cents. It was like, yep, Doge. Doge. So let me catch up here. Where do I see WIF going? I don't follow WIF there, Davey boy, so I don't know. That's not a token that I really follow. If it were to go to $1, would you take profit or hold for more? I would do both. You can do both. I will never sell all my Dogecoin. I'll be layering out as the price goes up, particularly if it's in the 90-cent range, because it's probably going to do a big dip. And that's what a lot of other people think is going to happen as well. So most likely it will. But I'm not selling all of it. Just in case it makes that big comeback and just rockets right up past, because once it gets past $1, I mean, who knows? Of course, we don't know what's going to be happening at the time, but I mean, if it's really embedded into X payments and it's something that has real function for, 500 million X users to have access to Dogecoin, I mean, that is so huge. That's so huge. So we wait. You can't expect Doge to shoot up that much considering it's inflationary. It'll take a lot more to move the price up. Except the inflation has been the same for years, right? It's the same 10,000 new Doge every minute. But now there's a much bigger supply, so that 10,000 new Doge is just a smaller and smaller percentage, what I call decreasing inflation in Dogecoin. And most of that Dogecoin is just going into the pockets of miners. It's not until the miners sell it that it's in the market. So the miners are probably selling some of that Doge in order to pay their bills, but they're not selling the rest of it right now because they're thinking the price is going up too. So that 10,000 Doge is not coming out into the market and deflating Dogecoin. It is what's being given to the miners who are verifying the transactions on the blockchain. Dogecoin is a proof of work cryptocurrency. If the miners are selling that Dogecoin, then the Dogecoin is coming into the market. That's when the inflation happens. Right now, I think those miners are saving as much as they can because they want to make the money when Dogecoin rockets, and they're waiting for that. They'll sell at 16 cents only to pay their bills, however much percentage of their overall, supply is. That's when they sell. So that's how Doge works. The meme market is more diluted. It is. And that's true. Attention has shifted. This cycle is different, Erica. I agree. But like I said earlier, once Dogecoin starts running, people will be selling those tokens and they'll be getting on the Dogecoin bandwagon because it's going to be everywhere. Everybody's going to be talking about it. Everybody's going to want it. That's what can happen with Doge. So we wait. We wait. Once Elon starts like taking that huge like Tesla salary, he's probably just going to put that money back into like SpaceX or other things. Is what he's, I mean, what is he going to do, right? He's not going to buy mansions. I don't know. I don't know what he's going to do with all that money. Doge is inevitable. Bull Run's got a target for SHIB at 46 and buy back on the dump. Oh, when it just did it. Yeah, I mean, you can look back and you can think that, but I'm still holding for the bigger run up to 80. Long-term capital gains tax as opposed to your short-term capital gains tax that you would have on a move like that. Of course, you'd have a lot more SHIB, double the number of SHIB in your bag if you were able to execute it like that. But you don't know when it's happening that that's what's going to happen. So that's a tough trade to make. And Doge 1, again, is not going to have the same kind of effect. It's really going to be X payments. Elon and X payments, that's the big thing. And of course, Tesla cars, if they start accepting Dogecoin for Tesla cars, that will be huge as well. Doge 1's a good thing, a nice thing, but it helps like advertise Dogecoin more out in the public space. Weiju, it's going great. How are you? Dogecoin is the way, writing on the wall. Doge 1,000? I don't know, coffee. Dream Tank said Dogecoin $24. No. 24 cents. It could be hanging out at 24 cents, still waiting for X payments. That could be. And I get a Taco Bell meal when it hits $1, of course. I haven't forgotten. I can't wait. Oh, you bought some Say. I was, when I was looking at Say, I was looking at Sui at the same time, and I bought Sui. So it's like Sui or Say, Sui or Say. I bought Sui. So I have no Say. I have Sui. Hey, Gene, how are you? I think Elon will make announcement X payment when Doge is above 35 cents. Well, it's going to be whatever it is once he gets all those money transmitter licenses and he enables X payments on X. Doge could be 35 cents at that time. True, low roller. There are billions of Dogecoin that are lost forever, and there continues to be more and more that are lost every day because people make mistakes. Send it to a dead address. They can't find their keys, lost their password. All of that stuff happens. And there's a lot of dead Dogecoin that's just sitting there that will never move. We don't know what that percentage is. You can't really tell. But I mean, that's the same with Bitcoin and a lot of other cryptos as well. That happens. So, yep. Matt, when you transfer crypto to a wallet, does the actual crypto get transferred or just the ability to access and spend it? When I transfer, the quantity decreases. It's just a ledger. is all it is. You're not actually transferring crypto. You're basically telling the wallet, let's say the ledger, okay? You're basically telling the ledger that that crypto that you bought on whatever date it was isn't on that exchange anymore. Now it's here. Basically, the ledger just has a little app on it for each coin that you hold on a ledger. And it's just, and the ledger is itself, it's a ledger that just points to the crypto that you own that's on a blockchain somewhere. And it says that crypto on that blockchain now belongs or is governed by this ledger device, this hardware device. That's all it is. The crypto is not actually on the device. People get that wrong. It's not like putting money into the wallet. It doesn't work like a real cash wallet. It's just a pointer that says that crypto on that blockchain is now tied to this wallet instead of where it was before. That's all that is. Hope that helps. It's something like that. There's probably a more technical way to describe that, but at a high level, that's basically what it is. A-Star, X payment launch idea. Elon travels to the moon, tips everyone. Let's go, Elon. The supply of Doge is up significantly. Yes. The same market cap. So I think Doge only has to hit 69 cents now in order to be the same market cap, where it was 74 cents in 2021. So it doesn't have to go as high a price to hit the same market cap. And everyone's going to be talking about Doge. But not everyone's not going to be talking about Floki, though. Floki's doing well right now. But when Doge takes over, when Doge is going crazy, not everybody's going to be talking about Pepe. People are going to be selling their Pepe to get into Doge. That's what's going to happen, I think. We will probably hear people losing millions of Dogecoin in hard drive wallets. Yep, we will hear it. We heard it last time. 2021, we heard it as well. We started hearing stories about people trying to recover their old Dogecoin. Some were successful, some not successful. I talked to, remember Nick Balls, I had him on a number of shows back in 2021, and he had a great story of, he remembered the Dogecoin he bought back in 2014. He had the hard drive. He couldn't remember where he kept the password. And he tore his house apart. And then he finally remembered, oh yeah, I put it in the back of some like little book somewhere. He found the little book, opened it up, and there it was. And so he was able to recover. We don't know how much, but multi-millions of Doge that he had from 2014. And he said, the best thing I did was forget about it. Totally forgot about it for years. Until 2021, when the price took off. And it was like, scrambled, found it. And now he's a millionaire. Just like that. Do I think SHIB will hit 0003? 3 zeros. So SHIB right now is 00002. So SHIB would have to do a 4x from here in order to drop to 0. And then do another 3x to get to your price. It depends. I mean, what's going on with SHIB? I mean, my price target is to start taking profits at double the price it is now. I mean, I've already more than doubled once from where I bought it in. But I was thinking like at 50, I would maybe start scalping. and then on the way up, if it keeps going up. But to get up to there, I don't know. It's going to do well, I think, but I don't know if it's going to do that well to do a 10x from here. If Bitcoin follows the 2017 bull run, Bitcoin around $100, $150, 2015, Bitcoin went to 120K, that 100x your money. Yeah, it's not going to be the same. Again, it's a much bigger market cap now. It's just so much heavier. Law of diminishing returns, like all of that stuff. That is all in play. That is so much money coming into the crypto space. It's hard to believe that there would be that much. But you never know. $1.20, sure, JD. Again, Doge would follow Bitcoin. If Bitcoin goes over 80K, right? Doge will just follow along the same percentage or so, which means that Doge ends up, at what, 20 cents if Bitcoin hits 80K. Maybe 21 cents. That's it. That's not a catalyst. That's just following the crypto market, right? We want more than that. And that's the catalyst we're waiting for. The banana zone, yeah, Toss, we're talking about that. Interesting, there was a lot of talk today about the ETFs, and since ETH already had a futures ETF that everyone thinks that's why the SEC approved the spot ETF for ETH, similar to what happened with Bitcoin. There aren't any other futures crypto ETFs. There's no Solana, there's no XRP, there's no Doge. So I think it'd be really tough to have ETF coming. So I would say X payments before Doge ETF. I don't think anybody's going to be getting any other ETFs in crypto for years after this one. That's what I think. I think it's going to be Bitcoin and ETH, and that's it. Brad Garlinghouse can say whatever he wants, the Ripple CEO, about XRP, saying, oh yeah, XRP is going to have an ETF in 2025. And it's just like, you can say what you want, dude, but that doesn't mean it's going to happen. And he's got no proof of that it's going to happen. So he's just trying to get people interested in his stupid stable coin. I mean, the XRP coin. So I say X payments. Yeah, anybody else want to give a like? Give a like to the stream. And subscribe again if you haven't already subscribed. Appreciate that. You have both Say and Sui now. Say had a good dip, and that's why you bought. Good. You probably can't go wrong. Again, Toss is talking about the banana zone. We've been talking about that. This is Raul Paul's big theory this fall, where we're going to see alt season take off. The prices of everything are just going to go up exponentially. So better to be in the game and not. I would not have cash sitting on the sideline this fall. I'm going to have like whatever I need to make my bills, my monthly bills, and that's it. Everything else is going to be in crypto for the fall. Not financial advice. I'm just telling you what I'm doing. And I trust a guy like Raul Paul and what he's talking about, liquidity and the markets and the cycles and all of that. It's like, this is the big deal. And so I'm all in. I'm all in. So that's what I'm waiting for. Giovanni, how are you? How do you calculate Doge while still buying it? So what I do, and you're going to love this, not. You're not going to love this. Spreadsheets, dude. Spreadsheets. You got to keep a spreadsheet of all your purchases. Here's my Jasmi purchases right here. Every purchase. So on July 14th, last summer, bought 8,000 Jasmi at 0.00409. It was a $32 buy. That's now almost a $320 buy for the same amount. The cheapest Jasmi we got was it 33? Yeah, 0.0033. And we did that 3 times on August 18th, August 24th, and then August 26th. Again, we were just buying at the time, again, Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays, I was doing live streams and I was putting $100 in every live stream into 3 coins or tokens, each live stream. A couple times I did halvesies on Jasmi. But then that's what these were. Look at that, 9,800 Jasmi for $32. And now that $32 only gives you 900 instead of 9,000 Jasmi tokens. So this is how you do it. And then I average them up. And so I've got a total amount of Jasmi all summed up here on the spreadsheet. I've got the total dollar amount that I put in, $500. And then that calculates my average cost. And it's just all done on spreadsheets. That's how I do it. Yeah, Brian, the ladies love the spreadsheets. The ladies love it. But this is what you got to do. You got to keep your own records. Then you know what you bought on what date for what price. And then when you sell it, you just make your marks on when you sell and what your what your selling price is. And then you know your profit and loss for each amount that you bought. I just do it on spreadsheets. But that's me. I'm kind of a spreadsheet nerd myself. Many people are saying Ledger is not safe anymore. Let's go to the Ledger website. I'll tell you why. And how you can get around that. So here's the Ledger website. Ledger is pushing this new device. And that's this, it's the Ledger Stacks, right? Which is fine. Ledger Stacks is probably a fine device. There's probably nothing wrong with it. Nano X, Nano S Plus. Mine is the S Plus. That's what I have right here. That's this one right here, right? The Nano X and the Stacks have Bluetooth enabled Bluetooth. So that's one area where there could be, somebody could hack through Bluetooth. And so that's why I don't recommend these two, is for that. But that's not the big reason. The big reason is what they call recovery, crypto wallet recovery. Right there. Get a secure backup for your secret recovery phrase. That means there's some third party out there that has the words that make up your seed phrase. Do you trust that? Especially if you've got thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars, or even millions of dollars worth of crypto on a device. Do you want some third party having your seed phrase just in case you forget it yourself? How many times have we heard about third parties getting hacked, bridges getting hacked between different cryptos or exchanges or all of that? Those hackers are good. They're really good. No, you buy your Ledger device, you write down your seed phrase on a piece of paper, and you take care of that piece of paper. That's your job to make sure that your self-custody of your crypto is safe. That's all you got to do. There's nothing wrong with the Ledger device. Nothing wrong with it. That's on you. So that's my answer. Now, I happen to have a code. If you want to check out Ledger, you can use my code. I would appreciate the support to help support the channel. I get a little something as an affiliate member for Ledger. But I'm telling you, you don't need the more expensive ledgers. The S is fine. It's the least expensive. This is like $79. The Nano X is like $150. And the Stacks is going to be over $200. You don't need those. S Plus is fine. X gives you a little more. You can store a little more crypto on the X than the S Plus, I think. Although the S Plus, I think, maybe brought it up to that level. I'm not completely sure. But the S Plus is what I use, and it's perfectly fine. I use it. I recommend it. And so I have an affiliate link for it as well. So that's my answer to that. I found this article in Coinpedia. Macro guru Raoul Paul reveals his biggest meme coin bet, says Dogecoin should be the next ETF. Yes, he said that. He said Dogecoin should be the next ETF. But that doesn't mean it's going to happen. I think he was partially saying that also because he knows that Solana is a token and not a coin. And I know ETH is now a token too, but ETH was originally a proof of work cryptocurrency coin. And that's when the futures ETF was made, was at that time. But yeah, he said Dogecoin. Yep. ETH whale wallet with 300 million just bridged 11 million to Pulse chain. Interesting. The reason why Bitcoin and good alts are not going up right now because people are gambling with memes. Some even sell BTC. Hope crypto isn't going to turn into a casino. Says the person who holds a big bag of Pepe. I had to say that. Sorry, Bull Run. Had to say that. But yes, true. It's kind of a meme casino right now. There's a lot of that. There's a lot of money tied up into that. That's for sure. Not going to sell your Pepe until it hits your price target. Okay, that's good. I know what you mean, Summels. You're breaking my heart. Jasmine battled those 4-cent eyelashes at you and you stepped right out on Doge. I don't know what you mean. Sorry. Yeah, Nick's a cool guy. He's still working out. Still follow him every once in a while. He posts. Might do some more bodybuilding competitions and stuff. But yeah, cool guy. Great stories. He's got great Dogecoin stories from back in the day. But yeah, he cashed out a lot in 2021 because he was rolling in it. Remember, Bitcoin, ETF money, banks buying Bitcoin, retail investors, perfect storm. It's going to be big. It's going to be big this fall. That's what I've been saying. And I've been saying that for a long time. You guys have heard me. I've said it could be a slow summer, waiting for the fall, and you guys all get upset. Why do I have to wait through the summer? Well, it's because that's what it looks like. That's what it looks like. Ondo, I don't follow. So Jose, I don't know Ondo prices. And Jasmine, we're waiting to see if 3.5 is a good solid support, and before moving up next leg up to 5 cents. And so far, it's looking that way. It's looking that way here. on the chart. This is a 2-hour chart. So this is Jasmy's sort of slow profit taking here. Is this going to curl back up to 4, or are we going to see a little bit more of a dip? I'm waiting for confirmation on that first before I do my next price prediction for Jasmy. I have to watch this play out for a couple days here. And yes, the SEC named Solana security in lawsuits, and they hate XRP. Exactly, Brand. And that could be why Paul said that Doge would be the next ETF. Proof of work coin could be a year or more, which would really stink if they started a Dogecoin ETF at the beginning of a bear market. That would not be good. I mean, the beauty of Bitcoin and ETH now is we're like in the bull market. So there's a lot of excitement. But man, don't do it like end of 2025 into 2026. Don't do it. Because then you're just going to be hearing all this Dogecoin sucks stuff again. That'd be bad. Jason, how are you? Our local union just passed our agreement. Journeyman getting an $8 raise next 3 years. Everything is going to stay expensive if they're giving us a raise just to keep up. That's right. Because up to now, your pay has not kept pace with inflation. So congrats with the union getting that additional pay, but it's really just making up for the price of everything that's gone up till now. Jasmy's giving you the 2020 Doge vibes. I know, isn't that funny? I was just thinking that, here's early 2021, Jasmy just went on a run, right? And now it's just settling down here right in this 4-cent range. That is where Dogecoin was in March of 2021. And it got really boring and people got pissed off. It's like, oh, Doge, this is going to be a pump and dump, right? But it held right around 4 cents until April 1st. And then it woke up again, jumped up to like 5-6 cents. And then before you know it, it took off. You're welcome for the non-financial advice, Giovanni. Will I sell Doge at 50 cents? M asks. I might take a little slice. Again, I'm not selling all my Doge, but there are levels where I'm just going to take little profits. Again, I've owned Doge since 2021 and I haven't sold. And that was Doge I bought at 2 cents. I'm going to take some of that profit. I continued to buy last year. So my average is up to about 6.5 cents, somewhere in that range. I don't know exactly because I have Doge in so many places. I bought it in so many different exchanges. And so I don't know exactly my full average cost. But, buying a big bag at 15 cents brought my average up because I still think Doge is going higher. Based on my white lines here. Dog on the Moon changed their name to Rune's Dog. Is that right? Rune's Dog? I did notice that. Dog runes. They did. It's now dog with runes in parentheses next to it. Huh. Yeah, I thought it was Dog to the Moon. So their contract is Bitcoin runes. That's what it says here under contracts. But yet it's still dog go to the moon. in the runes contract, it's still called dog go to the moon right there. So I don't know, but yeah, it's a top 100 crypto now. There you go. Crazy. What will hit first? $1, Doge or Hedera? Doge. Hedera is just not going to have the big, huge catalyst that's going to send it to $1, in my opinion. Hedera will probably do well, maybe get up to 40, 50 cents. But I don't think $1. The Japanese exchange got hacked. Yeah. Yes, the Nano X has Bluetooth included, which I don't think you need. I mean, the whole idea of getting a hardware device is for security, right? And you just don't want to have it live. So you plug it in, you do your business, and you unplug it. Right? What do you need Bluetooth for? Jasmine's trying to pop. Yeah, it's just sideways right now. It's just doing a little sideways thing, which doesn't surprise me. We're going to see this sort of sideways action here. Ah, Michael, if all your coins are on the ledger, how can you quick sell? I don't quick sell. I have price targets for when I'm going to take profits, and they are off in the distance. There's no quick sell. If something starts mooning and it's looking like it may start to approach one of my sell targets, then I may transfer some off of ledger onto an exchange. But I'm not in a hurry. It's not going to be one of those things like, oh, I need to do it right now. No. Patience. Patience in crypto. It's hard to believe that, but yes, patience in crypto. And we're not anywhere near my price targets yet for selling. So in the wallets, it sticks. And not only on Ledger, but I also have Exodus wallet as well, because I've got a bunch of stuff staked. Exodus wallet, VeChain, Cardano, Algorand, and something else that I don't remember. But yeah, that's all staked and sitting on Exodus. But yes, I will transfer when it starts getting to the point where I want to start taking profits. Or when I see the runs coming, yes. You don't know if you're going to come back into crypto or run? I'm going to sit it out in 2026, that's for sure. I'm not buying crypto in 2025 and 2026. Near the end of 2026, we'll see where things are. And it'll decide whether I'm going to buy. We'll see what's going on. It's going to be different. We'll see how bad the bear market is, if at all. Could be the big super cycle. People are talking about it. Again, I have my price targets, just like Bull Run. Bull Run has price targets. Taking profits, that's a pretty sweet deal. Will I miss out? Sure. I'm not going to hit the tops. I'll probably miss out on extended runs or something. That's a given. Nobody's going to be able to hit the absolute top and sell all their crypto at the absolute top. It's not going to happen. So you set your price target. Again, we're going to be talking about all this in the fall. I think it's too early now to be having these types of discussions because we got the banana zone coming and we're waiting for that. Inspector Crusoe likes that NVIDIA stock. That's pretty amazing, isn't it? What NVIDIA's been doing? Absolutely amazing. I didn't invest that much into Pepe. It was total luck. I know. Just like, I mean, my Jasmi, I mean, I put $11,000 into Jasmi. Yeah, I got 3 million Jasmi tokens for that $11,000. Could I put more in? Sure. I mean, I've got a lot more into Doge, a lot more into Algorand, a lot more into Sheep, but I just like threw some at Jasmi because of that price dip last summer. That's looking pretty good now. But Jasmi's not done yet. So I wait. I'm not at my price targets yet. Yeah, and my first purchase was Doge at 2 cents. Yep. Isn't that funny? Which exchange? I use Coinbase. Coinbase right there. And I've got a link in the description below for Coinbase. That's my number one. I include my Robinhood affiliate as well, for mainly for people who are just starting. If you want to just try out and buy some Doge, Robinhood is typically the best place. But if you want an actual exchange that has, you know, the bid and ask price and all of that, it's Coinbase. Doesn't matter what country you live in, inflation doesn't keep up. That's pretty true right now. Inflation's everywhere. That's pretty true. I know the dog go to the moon. I think it's already seen its huge run. Buying in now, you could be buying near a top. Just have to be careful. I don't know. It may continue to go up, or it may just go down from here. You don't know. Is it worth maybe throwing a little bit at it? Maybe, if you want to. I wouldn't bet the farm on it. But then I just tell you what I'm doing, and I'm not buying it. You think Pepe is the Dogecoin of this cycle? I think Pepe so far has been the sheep of this cycle. Dogecoin is Dogecoin. But Pepe has been the sheep of this cycle. But sheep can still go on a run. You have all your crypto on your Coinbase account. You feel it's safe there. Coinbase seems pretty secure. What you've got to look out for, Jose, is access to Coinbase. Do you use Coinbase on your phone through an app or through a computer? And each time you access your Coinbase account, how are you doing it? What do you use for your two-factor authentication? If it's through an app on your phone, right, and you're using a text message for a key code, or you're using Google Authenticator and it's all on your phone, then if somebody SIM swaps your phone, they can get into everything, right? So that's what you have to be careful of if you're going to keep your crypto on Coinbase. It's not recommended. Again, I'm not giving financial advice, and that's why there are these things called, you know, hardware wallets. If you're trading, right, if you're an active trader daily or weekly, then keeping some of your crypto on an exchange makes sense if that's the game you're playing. But if you're going to hold crypto for a year, why would you leave it on an exchange? Just saying. And then they'll freeze the sell button at the top. Yes, Jason, exactly. Right. When the sell button is frozen, you know we've hit the top of the bull market. Once you're in crypto, you're never going to leave. And that's true, but you can lower your position extremely for the bear market, which is what my plan is. I'll always have a little bit of Bitcoin and a little bit of Doge, just in case there's a super cycle and it all gets extended out. I'll keep some of those, but the rest of it, I'll be selling. And then another user, Low Roller, says, don't leave all your money in Coinbase. Somebody lost all of their Coinbase last week. Somebody hacked in, was able to sell all of their crypto, and then move the dollars out, is what they did. Be careful. When is the big bull run for alts going to start? El Campo asks. Well, there are many who think it's this fall, and I am on that bandwagon as well. It's going to be this fall. So if you're not loaded up by September, again, this is just my forecast. There are others who are forecasting things very similarly that are looking for, not that, we passed 16, not that one. Which one is it? This one. We're looking for that. We're looking for that. Had a big run end of 2016 through 2017. Had a big run end of 2020 through 2021. What's not to say it's going to happen again? So far, this has been nice, right? A little bit, but it's not the big move yet. That's the banana zone that Raul Paul talks about. We're not there yet. That's what I think is going to be this fall into next year, is that. Yeah, and I mean, I bought it last summer, and it was like $11,000 for 3 million Jasmy last summer, and now it's over 100,000. That was, again, that's why I talk about diversity in your portfolio, right? If I just had everything in Dogecoin, I wouldn't have had the gains like I've had in Render and Jasmy. And also, as I explore and learn more and more about crypto and blockchains and things like that, again, it's the same thing in stocks. Like in stock investing, the recommendation is not to put everything into one stock, right? You have a diversity of stocks. So you've got some in this sector, some in that sector, and that's a winning portfolio. So the same thing can be applied to crypto. So I have blockchains, I've got AI, I've got games, and I've got the currency part, right? Which is Jasmy, right? And Doge, Sheeb doing its thing. You know, that use of tokens for different things. So that's my portfolio. You're welcome, Jose. Bull run had a big bag of Jasmy. It sold, made a profit, right? I have not sold my Jasmy yet because I think Jasmy has got another leg up to go. So I have not sold any of my Jasmy yet. Bull run decided they weren't taking a chance on Jasmy to go that next leg up, so booked profits. Nothing wrong with booking profits. Rotated that money into another crypto that they think is going to go. It's not a bad play. I'm still waiting for at least the 1 year that since I bought the Jasmy, and I'm just about there. Again, it's short-term, long-term capital gains tax. That's just me. That's a big thing for me. Saving like 10 to 15% of my profits between long-term and short-term capital gains taxes. That's important to me. So I want to make sure now that I hold everything at least a year. And then I'll start layering profits. But I still think there's going to be this big run this fall, and I don't think it's going to matter which one you're in. I think they're all going to go up, except XRP. Except XRP. And then some other memes that have already gone on a huge run because there's going to be a big transfer, and it's going to go into Doge. When Doge takes off like this, you're going to see a huge transfer coming out of everything going into Doge. That's going to happen. Cardano. I know. I do own Cardano. Waiting. I don't think we're going to see $5 Cardano. I don't think we're going to see that. Low Roller says, I wouldn't put bank account app or crypto app. People can rob person and force. Yeah, they can. But again, just don't be out in public saying, wearing like Bitcoin t-shirts. You could do things to kind of cool it, Always take profits and sell the tops, else you'll be a bag holder. That's how I was in 2021. Again, I just thought Dogecoin didn't think it would drop as much as it did. Bad on me. Was still learning about the 4-year cycles. True. For many people, this is their first bull run, first bull market. Haven't really run, held all the way through a bear. So until you learn that and actually experience it, then you know. So there's some of that. Yeah, and be careful what you put in your phone. Absolutely. I do not. I mean, I do have like a Robinhood and MyDoge apps on my phone because that's all you can really trade them on. But I don't have my Exodus. I don't use the app. I've got it sitting on another laptop for Exodus. I don't have Ledger Live on an app. I don't do the apps. Be as safe as can be with the apps. Yeah, XRP, not so much. Yeah, hate that. Person tell you where your nearest bank account is. Person forces your bank. Yeah, again, that can happen to anybody on the street, though, and the chance of that really happening is so small. You hear about it, you hear the stories, but it's so small. Just be careful where you are outside. So for Dogecoin, so originally 35 cents is my first layering out. And I've had it on my chart, and I've shown you guys this blue line right there. That's the 35-cent line right there. I am going to take a little bit of profit at 35 cents. Some of you may say that's too low, especially if I'm, predicting this big run that's going to happen sometime. Sure. But you never know. You never know. And again, this is Dogecoin. I bought at 2 cents. So selling some of that at 35 cents, that's not a bad deal. And then we'll see 50 cents, 75 cents, just slicing out. Again, we'll be talking about that this fall. It's too soon to be having those discussions in detail, but that's kind of my overall plan. You have a plan, and then you execute it, and I'll be happy with it. Sure, if I sell some Doge at 35 cents and Doge goes to $1, do I miss out? Sure. But we don't know that for sure, that Doge is going to $1. In 2021, everybody who was in Doge was all saying Doge is going to $1. I'm not selling. Even the slum Doge, Doge millionaire guy, right? He had $3 million in Dogecoin. $3 million worth when Doge hit 70 cents. And guess what happened? He didn't sell. He was on the Andre Jick show and the Graham Stephan show. And Graham was like, dude, sell some of this. And he said, I'm not selling, right? I even have the clip here, right? Wait, where's the clip? I got the clip. That one.
Diamond hands, baby. Diamond hands. Let's go.
And this one.
I'm not selling.
Right? Not selling, right? Was so convinced Dogecoin was going to hit $1, right? And then guess what happened, right? Doge went all the way down to like 6 cents, right? And at 6 cents, how much was his Doge worth? It was way under $1 million. So he went from having $3 million in his Robinhood account all the way down to like 600,000 or 500,000, something like that. So, yeah. If you're convinced Dogecoin's going to go to $1 and you want to hold it all till then, you need to learn that yourself. Me, I'm going to be taking some profits, but not yet. For me, not yet. Having an exit plan is important. Michael asks, why not Binance? So in the United States, you can't trade on Binance. There is a thing called Binance.us, but most people have left. There's really low liquidity on Binance US. Most people left because Binance US shut down the ability to move fiat, to move your dollars from your bank onto the platform. Or when you sell, like if I sold, let's say I had a bunch of Dogecoin on Binance US and I sold it to US dollars, I can't transfer those US dollars to my bank. They shut that off last year. So people sold to USDT, to Tether, and moved Tether to Coinbase or wherever, or just moved whatever crypto they had into crypto wallets. That's what I did. I had some crypto still on Binance US. I just shifted it all to my wallets. So I've had nothing else on Binance US. Binance US was a great platform in the day, 3 years ago. Good liquidity, low fees. I thought it was great. And I had it as an affiliate too. I had an affiliate link for that. A lot of people joined Binance US through my affiliate link too. But as soon as they cut off that ability to transfer dollars, on and off the platform, I stopped my affiliate link and I told everyone what I was doing, moving off the platform, not going to use it anymore, don't have the affiliate link anymore for Binance US. So now it's Coinbase and Robinhood. I still think I have maybe 2 cryptos that I don't think Coinbase trades, and I'm not sure. Harmony One, I don't know if Coinbase has it. And Yearn Finance, I have to check. Those were 2 that I know that I bought on Binance US that are sitting in wallets now. And I just have to see whether they're on Coinbase or not. But I haven't looked because I'm not ready to start looking at that yet. So yeah, it's going to be Coinbase and Robinhood. Unless there's something that I own. So, yeah. Hedera double bottom, prime to break out. Sure. Just like a lot of coins. There's a lot of cryptos that have the same pattern. Just waiting on either a bit of news specific or it's going to run like everything else with the banana zone. Hedera is going to go up 40, 50 cents. I have no doubt. $1? Ugh. I mean, here's my H-bar right there, right? 10.5 cents. Here, it was up at 50 cents here. 2021, right? 2021. It was up here at 50 cents. So will it get there again? It could. But $1, I don't see it. I know there's a lot of people on X Twitter that are all in H-bar. AJ writes crypto, big into H-bar, and they're calling for dollar H-bar. Not Chris Pex. Chris Pex doesn't see that happening. 50 cents. And I'll probably, and I do own some H-bar. I've got a good chunk of it. And I haven't set my sell prices yet for it. Too early. Doge, I've looked at because everybody asks me, but nobody's asked me what my sell prices are for HBAR yet. But it'll probably be right around here, 25, 30 cent range would probably be my first layer out. Again, I'd be looking at the past, lines here from late 2021, early 2022. And that's what I'll be looking at. GameStop Roaring Kitty, he didn't sell. I know, he didn't sell. There were people who thought that Monday morning he probably sold some of those options. He didn't. And what did GameStop do today? It went up 20%, up to $31. And it's still at $31 after market. So I bought GameStop. I'm supporting the cause. I've got my GameStop stock. And I'm holding. I don't have a lot, but it's some for the cause. I don't like the banks. I don't like the hedge funds, the Melvins and the Citadels. Screw them. Sure. In 2021, I owned AMC. I didn't own GameStop. I thought I was too late on the GameStop. I bought Doge instead, right? That's what I piled into all that Doge at 2 cents. That whole GameStop thing was going on at the time, but then they were stopping the ability to buy GameStop. Remember that? You couldn't buy it. And so that's when everybody moved over to Doge, and that's when I bought all that Doge. January 29th, 2 cent Dogecoin. That's when that happened. So I bought GameStop on Monday. I'm in the GameStop game. I was in AMC a couple weeks ago, and then I booked that profit, remember, at $12? Booked the profit on the AMC, finally was able to sell the AMC that I had from before. And again, this is stock trading on Webull. Again, Webull doesn't have crypto in their main app anymore. It's now through Webull Pay. But I still trade stocks just on that Webull because I don't want to start a new app called Webull Pay. I used to have a Webull link. Remember the affiliate link I had for Webull? As soon as they moved the crypto off into something else, I'm like, I'm done with that. So don't do that anymore. Daddy Done Gaming, welcome. You're late here. Have you hit the like button? Have you subscribed? What's the next move for Doge? Bitcoin dominance is pretty high, yes. I think Bitcoin dominance is still going to hang out around 54, 55. It's going to be in that zone most likely through the summer. I don't see much changing that until something with the ETH ETFs really takes off, or we get, this big Dogecoin catalyst happening. So that's kind of my long-term outlook on Bitcoin dominance. Thanks for asking. On Doge, Doge is going to generally follow Bitcoin for the most part. If there's a big dump in Bitcoin, Doge will probably dump a little harder. With Bitcoin going up, Doge could come up a little higher percentage-wise, and we see that, little bits, like Bitcoin's up 0.88, Doge is up 1.08, so Doge is up a little bit higher percentage-wise. So we're going to see a little bit of that, but overall, as we looked at the Doge BTC chart here, it's barcoding. It's barcoding here, which means it's not moving. It's just flatlining here. So Doge is just following Bitcoin pretty much. We'll look for the big Doge move when Doge is ready to go. Otherwise, it's just going to be little bits. So that's what I see. Yearn Finance is on Coinbase. Harmony isn't. Okay. So I've got Yearn sitting in my Exodus wallet. So I will be able to transfer that onto Coinbase and sell it there when it's time. But Harmony, I'll probably have to send back to Binance US. We'll sell it to Tether, and then I'll move the Tether to Coinbase. I'll probably do that. Harmony on Crow. Yeah, I won't use Crow. I'm not going to transfer anything to Crow, the crypto.com. It's the worst exchange in the world. They still want me to be an affiliate for them, and I'm just like, I can't support that. It's so bad. So bad. Bullrun says HBAR will hit at least $1. I don't see it. But I will be out of HBAR by 50 cents. I won't own anymore. If it goes to $1, great for all the HBAR holders that Hedera made it to $1. I just don't see it. But we'll see. I won't be selling GameStop. I'm just going to hold it. It's not a lot, but it's just going to be one of those things. We'll see what happens. It's going to take a while to play out. I think Roaring Kitty is not in any hurry. Just like what happened back, all through 2020, he wasn't in a hurry there. He let the thing play out, and it just continued to grow and grow and grow. And then went crazy in early 2021. I think he's playing that game again. And we see it happening. I mean, here it is on, Wednesday. And people are buying GameStop with big volume today. You can't see it there. Let me get your note out of the way. A big volume today with GameStop. So I think this is going to take a while to play out. And we could see GameStop slowly increase into the 40s, into the 50s. Yeah. Maybe even higher. Roaring Kitty is playing a tough game here. And he's got millions of dollars behind it. So it's going to be fascinating to watch how that plays out. I mean, he could have sold Monday morning with it $40. He could have sold those options, and he could have made millions and millions of dollars. But he didn't. Will Jasmine hit 32 cents by November? Pro asks. That is a decent target, and that is my target actually for late 2024, early 2025 is 32 cents. And people say that I'm being way too conservative. Jasmine's definitely going to $1 or higher. It's hard to know. But by the time Jasmine hits 32 cents, I'll probably have at least half of mine sold by then. Again, I bought for 0.0036. Right? It was this it was in this range right here. Last August, right? That's when we were buying Jasmine at 0.0033, 0.0037, right? And I was buying Jasmine for myself then too. That's how I was able to accumulate 3 million Jasmine, because that price was so low. So now I'm up 10x. So my $11,000 investment is now up worth over $100,000. If Jasmine goes to 32 cents, that's another 10x. That's $1 million I would have. So 32 cents is a good number for me, because that would, for me, that would make my $11,000 investment $1 million. So I will probably have it all sold at that price. Yes. I'll book that. Will Jasmine go to $1 after that? Sure, why not, right? That'd be great. But for me to take a $11,000 investment and cash out with $1 million, I'll take that. That's good enough for me. E-Trade. So E-Trade is not trying to ban. E-Trade is looking into it. There's a difference, right? They're looking into it. I think E-Trade has, but E-Trade is owned by who? Like Morgan Stanley or someone? So, I mean, if E-Trade was still an independent company and they didn't sell out to Morgan Stanley, then it would be different. E-Trade then would be like marketing this to hell and like would be getting so many people joining E-Trade. They could market this thing and make a ton of money. Morgan Stanley probably doesn't care. So they wouldn't be marketing this. They don't care. Well, yeah, now that Robinhood has options trading, see, they didn't have options trading until, I mean, they just started it. And I don't know how much it costs and what the fees are and all that on Robinhood. I haven't looked at it because it's not something I'm interested in doing myself. But he's got those trades open. Can you transfer trades from one platform to another? I don't know. Again, I don't know how the options work. And then all of the other GameStop that he owns, right? It's all on E-Trade. All those shares. We'll see. Doge tests its investors' loyalty. That is true, doesn't it? Just when you think Doge is finally taking off like it did back to, back in March, right? And then it just dumps back down and you're just like, oh, it does. Crypto Wax, appreciate it. Awesome. Did you hit the like button? Did you subscribe? That's how you can thank me back. Always appreciate that. So Vladan asks why the crypto.com exchange is so bad. So on Coinbase, you have what's called a bid and an ask price. And you can see that on the exchange. And I've showed that before. If you want me to show it, I'll call it up here. Crypto.com, on the app there, it'll show you a price, but that's not the price you end up buying it for because you don't know what the ask price ends up being. So my example here is the Bone token. Because I own SHIB, and I was like, well, I want to buy some of this Bone token, right? Which I couldn't get on Coinbase. And it had dropped down. It was like at $1.20, $1.25, and it dropped down to 60 cents. It was like half the price. And I was like, well, I could buy some of this. It was not a lot. I think I had like $500 or something on the platform. And I was like, okay, I'm going to buy some of this. Because here it had gone. Yeah, here it was trading right here, like over $1. This was in March, right? I guess it was probably earlier than that when I bought it. Yeah, it was back here. Yeah, because here's where I bought. Beginning of January. But it had been trading up here at like $1.20. Let me get this out of the way so you can see. And then when it came down to 60 cents, I was like thinking of buying. It pumped up to 92 cents. And then when it came back down to 60 cents, okay, I'm going to buy. And it was right here on the 19th of January because I got my little circle right there and at 60 cents. And so I went on to crypto.com and I saw the price there and it said like 62. And I was like, okay, well, that's crypto.com. All right. So I put my order in, $500 of Bone token, and I hit buy. And it sold it to me for 67 cents a token. Binance said 60. the Crow app itself said 62 or 63. And then they gave it to me at 67. And I was like, what the hell? That's garbage. It's garbage. And they want me to be an affiliate for them? It's like, no way, not with that kind of exchange. Now, will I make money on it? Yeah, because it'll probably pump back up to 92 cents, maybe $1, and I'll make money on it. But I should have had it at 62 cents, not 67. Now, 5 cents a token for the number of tokens I have, is that a big deal? No, because I wasn't betting with big money. But if I had big money, that all adds up, and that's a lot. Yeah, it's always, when it's time to confirm your order, it's like it's always different. And it's always a lot more. And it's just like, yeah, it's total BS. So no. Now, they do have a lot of tokens that they're there on their platforms that you can't buy on Coinbase. So that's why people are attracted to it, because you can buy a lot of this other stuff on there. But their pricing is just awful. Awful. Bone token's been going up. I should be in the green now at 65 cents, but I'm not, because it sold it to me at 67. And I'm guessing when it's time for me to sell, the same thing's going to happen, right? It's going to say $1, right, on the app. And I'm going to try and sell it at $1, and it's probably going to make it like 90. They're going to give me like 95 cents instead of $1, something like that. So it's going to be BS on the other end too when you sell. I'm guaranteed that's going to happen. I'm totally expecting it. So like I said, it's not big money, but I wanted to buy some of the Bone token just to see how it worked. And there it was. H-Power will hit more than $1 and will beat Doge and the others. All right, Badu, we'll see. We will see. You took some profit on GME. We'll continue the cycle as long as they can keep pumping. Might transfer some earnings to Doge. We'll see. Yeah, you can do that. You can make bits of money. Absolutely. Trading GME, buying the dip, selling on a pump, doing it over and over again. Sure. If Elon integrates Doge into X payments, are your sell targets still the same? Oh, AMR. That's a great question. Oh, that's a great question. It's going to be crazy. I thought maybe waiting till 42 cents, 420, right? That'd be a good number, right? Yeah, 42. Maybe I'll delay my first sell until 42. But yeah, I'll still layer. We don't know what's going to happen. And I'll be happy. I mean, making $1 million on Dogecoin, I'll take that. I'll take that. Doge is the people's crypto. When online stores start accepting Doge, you'll become a world currency. That's that whole Leap Doge with the Giga Wallet, Shopify integration. It's all there. It's already built for it. So it's time to just expand it now. If GameStop went down to $20, is Roaring Kitty losing? I don't know how the options work, Low Roller. I don't know. I've never done options. I don't know how it works. Even 50 cent H-bar is good. Yep. You think $1 more for H-bar as well? Wow. We have a lot of H-bar bulls in the house. I am not so confident. I'm probably going to be out at 50 cents. So, and it sounds like you will too, Bull Run. 50 cent, good. Jasmine to $1. Will there be a big party? I'm really just starting to really broadcast the Jasmine stuff, and a lot of people are now following me on X Twitter because of my Jasmine stuff that I'm talking about. Starting to make some Jasmine videos on YouTube. They're doing okay. It's all right, but the Dogecoin dollar party is probably more fun than a Jasmine dollar party. But we'll see. GameStop has been accepting Dogecoin for some time. I think they use BitPay or something, so they accept a lot of different cryptocurrencies, but Doge is one of them. Crow's got a lot of memes. I know they do. I see them because I get the notifications because I have crypto.com and I get the daily emails and the notifications and all that stuff. Yep. So I see what's on there. And I don't have a lot of those, of course. But that's okay. I like my portfolio, what I got. Jasmine already reached $1. It's not the same. Yeah, but that Jasmine trading at $1 back in early 2021, again, I don't know how many tokens there were at the time, what the market cap was. I tried to look back on Coin Market Cap and I couldn't get that information. So, because I don't think it was on, I don't think Jasmine was on Coin Market Cap when Jasmine was up at like $2 or $3 before. So I don't know how many tokens there were. So I think that price was, and it was trading like a meme coin. Somebody mistook that when I said that last week as saying I was calling it a meme coin, and Jasmine is not a meme coin. I'm not calling it a meme coin, but it was trading like that in early 2021. You had people like, what was her name? Living with Lucy. Remember Living with Lucy, right? She was all Doge, but then she was Jasmine. It was all Jasmine. And she didn't know anything about what the whole Jasmine company was about, but it was kind of trading like a meme coin. And a lot of people were in it. She was in it big, Jasmine. It was like, that's when I first heard of it, actually, was through Lucy. But I didn't buy any then, because to me, it just looked like there was a lot of hype around it. And that's why this past summer, when it dropped down to that 0.003 level, it's like, okay, now it's time to buy Jasmine. And so that's when I loaded up on it last summer. So I think I played that one pretty well. There are probably some people who still have like $2 and $3 Jasmine, though, sitting in a wallet somewhere, praying for the price to come back up. So, oh, you're hitting the road there, Bull Run? Well, good luck on your trip. Say hello to you-know-who for me. Business is business, though. I get it. Hoge. Yeah, I still have that Hoge. I don't, I've got it written down somewhere. I think I bought it at like 70, and Hoge is like at 25 or 30 now. So I'm still down on it. I think that was my price, was around 70. And I just have to, I mean, it's sitting deep in a MetaMask wallet somewhere that I don't have access to right now. And I don't even want to try yet until I see the price go back up, if it ever does. It's not a lot, but it's just like, whatever. We'll see what happens. The old Hoge. Yep. Not a lot else going on in the world of crypto right now this afternoon. I think the big moves were this morning. Stacks is still like the biggest gainer in 24 hours. The Crow token is going up 7.5%. Injective is up. Sheeb, but Sheeb looks like it's retracing a little bit in the last hour. And Sui that I own. Looks like VeChain is starting to make some moves too. So yeah, but again, they're not huge for the top 100. And Jasmine's just, again, kind of floundering a little bit. So that's what we have going on. Tedward, holding some money to the side to buy a dip if it comes. Any price is a must buy, assuming no macro event. You already have a big bag at 10 cents. Yeah, again, I think the dip was last week. Again, down here, Friday. And then again on Sunday. And I've been tracking this purple line, which is a sloping upward resistance line here. So I think sub 16 cents might be tough for Doge now. I don't know, but if Bitcoin at 71K, if Bitcoin comes back and retests like 69, 68, then you could probably get 15-cent Doge again. Again, Doge isn't going to do anything crazy on its own until it has its big, catalyst that's going to send it. So until then, it's like, yeah, don't know. But, I'm predicting Doge to come up into the upper 16s and up near 17 here in the next few days, because I think Bitcoin's going to go up. And that's what I was predicting this week. When I made this line for Doge, I was predicting Bitcoin having a great week, and Doge was just going to follow it. So that's where that came from. Invest in only top 10 cryptos. You can do that. That's safer in terms of crypto investing, which is, of course, always a risk. But it's always good to have some small percentage of your portfolio in something that hasn't run yet. That's why I talk a lot about Jasmi again, right? Last summer, it was like, well, I'm not going to just invest in top 10. I want to invest some in something that hasn't made a big move yet. And at that time, Jasmi was like number 120 in cryptos. And now it's, number 60. Because it's done a 10x. And you're not going to get that in top 10 cryptos, except maybe Doge, but Doge is $1, it would be $1.60 now, from 16 cents to 10x from here. And so you're not going to get those kinds of gains if you only buy top 10. Now, it's good in a diversified portfolio to have a bunch of coins that are top 10 coins, but buy some of the lower market cap ones too, to see if you can get some better percentage gain. Again, not financial advice, but that's what I've done. Spread the wealth. And I still, again, have a few that haven't done as well. Yearn Finance is one of them that hasn't done as well. Just waiting for it. We'll see what happens with others. It's all good, though. It's all in the green. Everything I have is in the green, except the stupid bone token. Now, it's a stupid thing. Hey, welcome back, Joel. Highest price for Doge over the next 4 to 7 months. Oh, gosh. You got to tell me what's happening. Is Doge being used on X? Has Elon done something with Doge? Because that's a different story than if not. We covered earlier, if there isn't a catalyst and it just follows Bitcoin, what would the price be? And we assumed like Bitcoin would go up and Doge would go up about the same percentage. But again, that only takes Doge to like if Bitcoin is 70,000, it goes up to 140,000, right? Doubles in price. Let's say in 7 months, by the end of the year. Dogecoin's at 32 cents. And most of you wouldn't be happy with that. You wouldn't be happy with 32-cent Dogecoin by the end of the year. You think it should be much higher. But without a catalyst, it's probably just going to follow close to Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin, I mean, you think Bitcoin at 140,000, that's going to be huge, right? That's going to be huge news when Bitcoin goes over 100K. Bitcoin goes over 100K, it's going to be all in the news everywhere, right? Bitcoin, $100,000 a Bitcoin. That's going to be giant. But Doge at 32 cents, you're going to be like, is that all? Really? But that's what it would be, unless something big happens on its own. And that's how Doge trades. It needs that thing, like Frank says, right? Doge needs a giant catalyst. It has been slowly growing by word of mouth, but that growing just keeps it in line with Bitcoin. It won't grow faster than Bitcoin unless it has a big catalyst. The newbie investors will buy Doge and Shiba. Yep. There will. When we get to banana season and crypto is out there, maybe Bitcoin hits 100K, right? And it's in the news, but newbie investors are going to come in, they're going to get their Robinhood app, right? And they're going to look at the price of Bitcoin at $100,000 and they say, well, that's too expensive for me. But I can buy Dogecoin for 20 cents. I'll buy Doge. Or Shiba for less than a penny. I'll buy some Shiba. Yes, Doge and Shiba will be running. Will they run more than Bitcoin? We'll see. We'll see how all of that plays out. All right, gang, that's what we've got for today. I'll be live again Friday, 5 o'clock. May start again at 4:30. It's summertime. I just have the ability to start a little earlier, which means I can go a little longer, which is great. Appreciate all the support. Everybody hit the like, subscribe on the way out. Hope everyone has a good evening. We'll see you next time.
Dogecoin, which started as a complete joke, has like skyrocketed to not a joke anymore. It hit an all-time high of almost 10 cents yesterday, but it was so minuscule you wouldn't have understood why you have millions of shares.
Didn't Elon tweet that too?
And arguably, the most entertaining outcome and the most ironic outcome would be that Dogecoin becomes the currency of Earth in the future.